Good morning. Happy Thursday. I hope you're having a great morning so far. Listen out here, listen to the birds chirping, and just the beautiful day that God's given us today. I want to share with you something that I shared with the church last night in our midweek Bible study. Just kind of want to reiterate something. It's something I got to thinking about after I was teaching last night. We're going through the book of Exodus on Wednesday nights, and we are right at the edge of the Red Sea in Exodus chapter 14. And I talked about dead ends in life. And what do you do when you're at a dead end in life? There's no options and there's no way out. For the children of Israel, they had the circumstances around them. We talked where that says the wilderness had shut them in. We talked about the fact that obstacles are in their way. One obstacle was how we're going to get across this sea. The Red Sea was in front of them. And then another obstacle was the criticizing and complaining and people not, some people were crying out to God. Others couldn't get in control of their emotions. They were criticizing, they were complaining. They were saying, hey, it was better back in Egypt. Well, then I said the enemy behind them when it came to the Egyptian army. And I talked about how we have the world, the flesh, and the devil. But I got to thinking about this. Sometimes Egypt was representative of their past, the bondage of their sin the bondage as they were that they had been liberated from, and they were pursuing them to the wilderness. And I thought about that. How often does our past haunt us? How many times does, we can't get past the things of our past or the bondage of our past, and we can't forgive ourselves, though Christ has forgiven us. That's just another aspect I was thinking about last night. But what I want to share with you today was how Moses told them he said, stand still. He said, don't fear not, stand still, see the salvation of the Lord. The Lord will fight for you and you will hold your peace. That advice he gave in Exodus 13 and chapter 14, verse 13 and 14. And then he goes in chapter 14, verse 15, and God says, why are you crying out to me? Go forward. Go forward. There's a dead end. God is getting ready to make a way by faith if they trusted him. Let me put this practically speaking. All right. I want to share with you something that I shared with the church last night briefly, but I read this one time. This is really good. Where you're at today, whether it's a dead end, whether it's a good circumstance, whether it's a bad circumstance, whatever it is, the moment you are in today, think about this. You are here. You are where you're at today. Number one, by God's appointment. Number two, in God's keeping. Number three, you're under God's training. Number four, you're in his time. By God's appointment, in his keeping, under his training, for his time. That's something to think about. Where you are today is no accident. Think about your past and how God has orchestrated our mistakes we've made, the things we've done, good, bad. All of that has shaped us in the person you are today. You can take the positives out of that and use that to mentor somebody, disciple somebody, tell somebody about Christ, or you can even use it in your current context. Where you're at today is no accident because God has placed you where he has you for a reason. And that reason, if you know Christ, is to proclaim him. You could probably be influencing somebody that I have no influence over. Think about that. And then, when it comes to those dead ends, sometimes it's all in our perspective. Take a step back and say, hey, God, what are you teaching me? What are you teaching me as I'm going forward for you? And he will make a way by faith. Think about those things today. You are here today by God's appointment, in his keeping, under his training, and for his time. May God bless you today. Have a great Thursday.